So who's the top 10 of 2000 in the WWF, WCW, and ECW? At number 10, Christian. Edge and Christian was easily the best tag team of 2000. And that's saying something considering how competitive and deep the tag division was this year. Without question, their Triangle Ladder match and TLC match with the Dudleys and Hardys was the year's highlight for Edge and Christian, with E&C picking up the wins in both matches, capturing the tag titles in the process. Other teams E&C put down this year included DX, Too Cool, TNA, Right to Censor, and the team of Road Dogg and K-Quick. At number 9, Edge. See number 10. At number 8, Kurt Angle. Talk about a breakout rookie year. In his debut year, Kurt won the European title, the Intercontinental title, held the Euro and IC title at the same time, won the King of the Ring, and then the World title. At number 7, the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett. The Chosen One finally proved the critics wrong and won the World Championship. First, he defeated DDP at Spring Stampede to capture the world title, and then beat DDP and David Arquette in a triple cage, triple threat to reclaim it. A successful title defense against Kevin Nash, and big wins over Sting, Buff Bagwell, and the Filthy Animals in a bunkhouse stampede street fight, along with the Harris brothers. This wound up being the best year in Jarrett's career. This is Jeff's second time in the top 10. Last year, he ranked at number 7 as well. At number 6, Nova. So maybe he didn't win the world title, or main event, or was the most popular. But Nova gets the spot because of his great improvement and his more aggressive attitude. He started the year off teaming with Chris Chetty, defeating teams such as the Baldys, Danny Dorian and Roadkill, and the network-appointed enforcers Gato and Jado. However, towards the end of the year, Chetty would turn on Nova, with the two clashing in a losers leave town match. Nova came out on top, but the real challenge of transitioning from tag wrestler to singles wrestler had begun. But it's a challenge that Nova had taken on head on, and seems to be on his way up. At number 5, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner came back from injury about mid-year and began his most dominant year yet. He kicked things off at Spring Stampede when he defeated 3 guys in one night in a U.S. title tournament, beating Sting to capture the title. He would go on to defeat his brother and Tank Abbott in a 2-on-1 Asylum match, a small circular cage match. At Fall Brawl, Scott Steiner picked up his biggest singles win by defeating Goldberg. And finally, at Mayhem, Steiner would reach the top of the mountain by beating Booker T in a caged heat match for the world title. This is Scott Steiner's 5th top 10 appearance and his first since 1997. At number 4, The Rock. With Stone Cold injured, the WWF needed a new hero, and The Rock was that hero. Kicked the year off by winning the Royal Rumble, which would lead him to his world title, beat Triple H at Backlash to win the gold. He would then trade the title back and forth with Triple H as their feud, and his feud with the McMahons, escalated. During his run as champion, Rock would have a great title defenses against, excuse me. He would have great title defenses, including his triple threat at SummerSlam and his Fatal 4-Way at Unforgiven. This is The Rock's 2nd appearance in the top 10 and his first since 1998. Excuse me. That's what we do live here, guys. At number 3, Booker T. When he was a tag team wrestler, nobody thought he could make it as a single star. When he was a singles wrestler, nobody thought he could be world champion. But in 2000, he did just that. Booker T started the year off feuding with his brother over the rights of Harlem Heat. Then he could have a brief run with the Misfits in action and defeat Shawn Stasiak in a boot camp match. But at Bash at the Beach, everything changed. After a controversial end to the world title match between Hollywood Hogan and Jeff Jarrett, Booker T was inserted in the main event against Jarrett for the vacant world title. Booker T would win the title and go straight to main event status. He would then go on to pick up wins against the likes of Jarrett, Kevin Nash, and Scott Steiner. This is Booker T's 3rd appearance in the top 10 and his first since 1998. At number 2, Sting. Sting was injured for the first part of the year after his former friend Lex Luger broke his arm. He would get revenge in a lumberjack match where all the lumberjacks wore cast. Most were former victims of Luger's attacks. Then at Spring Stampede, he made it to the finals of the U.S. title tournament. After that, he began his blood feud with Vampiro. Their first couple of encounters favored the Stinger. However, at Great American Bash, Sting was set on fire in a Human Torch match. After Sting recovered, he went to war with Vampiro and his Dark Carnival, first defeating the Demon, and then the Great Muta and Vampiro in a triple threat match to end the feud. He would end his year by beating Kevin Nash for the European Cup. This is Sting's 7th appearance in the top 10 and his first since 1995. And at number 1, that 70s guy, Mike Awesome. Doesn't matter what goofy nickname he has or outfit he's wearing. I don't care if you call him that 70s guy, the fat chick thriller, the career ender, or the modern day gladiator. Bottom line is that Mike Awesome can get it done in the ring. He started the year off as world champion in ECW, but then he blasted onto the scene in WCW. Highlights include beating Vampiro in a number 1 contender shot for the world title, besting Jeff Jarrett in a bunkhouse brawl, and defeating DDP and Bam Bam Bigelow in 2 separate ambulance matches. He is poised to be the next big guy in WCW. So congratulations, guy, on being in the top 10.